And with the triumphant manager yet again, Lanark's boss Sandy MacLean, after Thistle's 3-1 victory over Irvine Meadow, was that your best ever performance as a manager, Sandy?
Oh, that's a full question. I'm not 100% sure. I think as a manager you don't get judged over one game. So, but as far as result goes, yeah, they're an absolute quality side. They're the league champions. We're in their own backyard. We've lost the first goal. And we've went and scored 3 goals. Yeah, so I suppose it's up there. Yeah.
Did Meadow have an off day?
Yeah, I suppose if they lost. You know, that's what I'd be saying. My team, they lost it. They had an off day. I can't. We can't answer questions for Irvine Meadow. We only look after ourselves, and that's what we do from week in, week out. Doesn't matter who we're playing.
What do you think were the key elements to the victory?
I think we had 11 players who started the game, who started very, very well, despite losing a goal. Everybody performed. We then had a couple of injuries to our strikers, and we had another 2 strikers who went on, and we never missed a beat. And then, of course, we had Mr. Jimison entering the fray towards the end, and people were starting to get very tired, and goes and contributes with a magnificent goal. So, yeah, everybody contributed.
Yeah. What would you say was, in terms of the overall match, what was the most satisfying part of it for you?
The most satisfying part, I think the fact that we had, a pool of players. I mentioned to players when I was speaking to them after it, that I had players that weren't even playing on Saturday, weren't even stripped, and the pleasing thing to come off and see how much it meant to them as well. It's not just about 11 players at this club.
Looking at the papers today as well, or the last couple of days as well, Lance has got some big coverage, like for the Daily Record today. How do you intend to keep the players' feet on the ground?
Well, the players have been great. We don't need to keep their feet on the ground. They know what they need to do to go and win games. And what we do as a club is we concentrate. And I know it's an old cliche, but we concentrate on what happens in the next game, not the last one. That's the way now. We'll look at Vale of Clyde's strengths, and we'll try and counteract them as well as trying to play ourselves. And it's what we do. Doesn't matter who we play.
And in terms of the Meadow result, I think it's fair to say that it was a shock, certainly looking at the bookies odds. Do you think that the display itself, though, like say the manner of the comeback, it showed you that there's real spirit within the team, especially after a poor Ardagh Cup where many people were rating Lags off?
Well, I write this group of players off at your peril. Because they know, the changes we made, we brought people in, we had to settle it down, and that's what we did. We never intended to not qualify for the League Cup section. We meant to qualify for that. We didn't, but we moved on. The players never lose faith, and to be fair, everything we ask them to do, they seem to respond to. Even with surprise choices getting made, they respond to it, and they just go out and help each other. And no, it's no surprise to me. You mentioned the bookmakers odds, but I think if you find that there might be a lot of large players on Saturday, they're very happy going to visit the bookmakers the next day.
Do you think that Lads can carry on this fine run, 3 wins?
It's tough. I think probably our hardest game this season is going to be Vale of Clyde on Saturday. They're coming back off a 7-0 drubbing. I'm sure their boss has got them in tonight and given them what for. So they're going to redouble their efforts on Saturday. We've got, if you look at it, Pollock and Irvine Meadow, Simon's in between, it's Vale of Clyde. It's easy to sit and say, well, Irvine Meadow takes care of itself and Pollock does, but we need to make sure we take care of Vale of Clyde because it's going to be an extremely tough match up there.
Looking, you alluded to the injuries, and it was a tough game from the physical point of view. How are we shaping up for Saturday? Obviously, it's a concern that the two strikers who got the goals were taken off. Yeah,
well, we finished with 4 strikers unfit. I don't think any of them trained tonight, and that's a concern. Wally's got an injury, Monaghan's got one, Mark's done a bit of training tonight, to be fair, and Graham Black was injured, so yeah, it's going to be tough. But I look at the pool we've got, and I'm sitting saying, we actually didn't put John Paul down in the park Saturday, and he's been as good a striker for us during the League Cup as anyone has. And we've got other players that can improvise, but we need to wait till later in the week because all of them, say 3 out of the 4 didn't train. So yeah, that is a concern. Gus Galt as well. Gus didn't train tonight. He's got a problem as well. So we need to look at that later on in the week.
Okay, congratulations for an excellent result.